We are going to be talking about Vagrant focus, and in this class this will be a very detailed one. So we'll be talking about Vagrant, what it is, and at the end of the day I'm going to show you how to use it to deploy a live website. And it will be very straightforward, but you are going to learn a lot, especially if you follow along. Alright, let me show you what we'll be doing. At the end of the day, we are going to have a website. Let me get the IP address of the website. Sorry, just a minute. Alright, this is the IP. So you are going to get an IP just like this, and when you launch it on your computer, you'll be able to access a website of your choice. You don't need to design the website on your own. I'm going to give you some zip file of ready-made websites. So as you can see, this is a live website, and that's what we'll be doing with Vagrant. So the first thing you have to do is just go to vagrantup.com. You are going to download the exact Vagrant file. So you are going to download. Click on the download there. Then when you are done, you install the download. Then after that, we are going to need a box image. So just click on that. I think a lot of people are searching for Ubuntu box image, so we can just use this. Let's take it gradually. First, complete the installation. Then when you are done with the installation, you are going to need a VirtualBox and hypervisor. I'm using VirtualBox here. You are going to need something like this. You can download it as well. Oracle VM VirtualBox. Just search for it and download, install it. Fine. Then when you are done, enable virtualization technology on your BIOS settings. So these are, let me show you quickly. VirtualBox. Okay, virtualbox.org. Just go to their website and download the latest version of VirtualBox. Alright, that's what I'm saying. Just click on download here. Then after that, VT BIOS, you need to enable that as well. Let me show you how it looks. This is it. Just depending on the computer system you are using, you are going to get something similar to this. Virtualization technology, just make sure it is enabled. This will allow you to create virtual machines from your physical computer. Alright, when you are done, you are good to go. The next thing you need is git bash, just a command line tool. You are going to need that, and okay, sorry, just give me a minute. Okay, alright. When you have gotten all those things, I think there are 4: Vagrant file, Vagrant installation, VirtualBox. Then you enable virtualization technology in your BIOS settings. When those 3 are out of the way, you can continue with these guys. First thing you have to do is to launch your git bash or your command line tool. Then you are going to create you are going to create a directory. Let me say I'm going to make a directory with the name of a website. Probably you are going to this toplate.com. This site has ready-made website that you can download its zip files, or if you have your own website as well, you can also use that. Maybe you have your own HTML CSS website that you have designed, you can as well use that. However, I'll just pick one from here. Let's pick this. So let's say I want to create a website, virtual machine that will host this website. So that's what we'll be doing. What's the name of this website? Let's give it a name. Okay, Waso Strategy. So I'm going to create a directory called Waso Strategy. Alright, I'll make the directory in my D drive. This is my D drive. Any drive actually, just make sure you are creating a directory. Alright, Now I've created the directory. I will see into that. Alright, I'm in the directory now. Fine. This is where our work begins. So in this directory, I'm going to initialize Vagrant. So Vagrant init, and now we need an image which should serve as like what I said at the beginning of this video. Let's maybe I'll go with this ubuntu. So ubuntu, just paste it, then hit enter. This command will initialize Vagrant in this directory. Then the initialization will provide a Vagrant file, and from the Vagrant file we can launch our our virtual machine. As you can see, the Vagrant file has been placed in this directory. So if we should look at that, we have the Vagrant file. So the next thing we have to do is to bring up the virtual machine with this image, that is with this operating system. Alright, so Vagrant up. This can take a while depending on your internet speed, because it's going to download the image, then power up the virtual machine. Though it doesn't take long, but just be aware of that. It could take some time depending on your internet speed. So I'm going to wait, and during that time I can probably walk you through what we'll be doing. I think I've showed you. You'll be creating a website here, and the website you'll be hosting it to be on our local host, but it will be on our virtual machine. Sorry, the local host of the virtual machine we are creating. So I want this to be as quick as possible. I hope so. But I think it's been a while since I use Ubuntu image. Oftentimes I use RPM based image. That is something like centos. So, and I think a lot of people find Ubuntu easier to use. Is Debian based, and I think it's one of the most common Linux and distros. So that's why I decided to go with this. And I think I've seen some YouTube search where people are searching for Vagrant Ubuntu. So I think that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this now. This is a full website setup on Vagrant. You can do this anywhere guys, you can do this. Topic of the discussion is Vagrant focus, and if you can do this guys, what else do you need? Nothing. I will show you, I'll walk you through the Vagrant file, because you are going to need it. We are going to need its IP address. It's very important, because it's the IP address we use to access the localhost. It's like you having a server on the internet. Alright, progress is 90%. You're almost done. So you can just forward this video a little if you think you need it. I just want you to get the full experience. And mind you, you need to be patient if you are learning anything, or if you are just trying to get some things, because patience teaches more. I think you learn a lot when you are patient. I think my internet is a little bit slow this time, but no issues. What we'll be doing is, I said this is what we'll be creating: a website that we a server, a virtual machine that we host this website. Alright, so simple. We are going to download the zip file of this website. You can click on download. I think there is download button here. However, we want the URL of the zip file, not the exact file. You want the URL because we'll be downloading this on our virtual machine. We don't want to upload this file to our virtual machine. You can do that also, but I want to show you some trick whereby we are going to use a package to download this file. onto our virtual machine. So I think it's almost done. So I'm going to show you how to get I'm going to show you how to get the zip file. But before that, since this is Ubuntu, we need to install a web service, because you can't just host a website on your computer or any machine like that. You need to install the service something like Apache. Apache is what Ubuntu uses. If it is RPM, I think it is HTTPD service. So that's one of the first things we are going to install here. Then I'm going to enable it, start the server. Then after that, I'll install some dependencies that I need for this project as well. First one being zip, I think on zip, install on zip package, and we are going to install wget to download the zip file of the website. All right. So what's wrong? You can also look at your what's it called, your VirtualBox. You should have seen if you notice at the beginning of this video we only have 2. If you notice, now this has been created. You can see what's strategy. This is this virtual machine that has been created and it's running, and at the moment it has 1 gig RAM. The processor is 2 processor, and the network is using the NAT. I'm going to use a proper IP address anytime from now. So the next thing we have to do is to sign in to the Vagrant machine, Vagrant SSH. So I think, let me shut this down. Just no, I don't really need it as well, but let me just okay, we are in already. So let's just as you can see, welcome to Ubuntu system, blah blah blah. You can get the documentation and the rest. Those are just some welcome messages. The main thing is that we have signed in, and you can see your root directory as a Vagrant user here. Can you see? This kind of mush. If it were to be centos, we don't have much files in our root directory. Anyway, that's fine. So next thing we have to do is good. Let's just change to the root user. Now we are the root user. Now let's see let me show you some things. You can see this is where the server will be, the var directory. So but first and first, let me install the things we need. I think Apache, I don't know the latest one. Is it Apache 2? I'm not really sure of that, but wget, I'm sure wget and unzip. So let's just install these packages. It's not understood combination to other operations. Wow, it's kind of different. However, never mind. Let's run this invalid operation. Apache. Oh, sorry. I think apt install. It should be apt install. Please follow along. All the mistakes that I'm making will be just, you are going to learn. We learn here. So what are the things? What's the error here? E command line y from y is not understood in combination with other. Okay, reading apt install Apache. Okay, reading state package Apache is not available, but is referred to by another package. this may mean that the package is missing. Okay, it's obsolete. Okay, I think it's Apache 2. Let's see if that works. Oh, I think that works. It's Apache 2. It's been a while since I used Ubuntu with RPM based Linux. That's why all of that are happening. Anyway, it's good to learn new stuff. If it were to be RPM based, something like centos instead of Apache, you'll be using HTTPD. That's the web server there. Alright, that's it. Whatever error message you get, just read it. If you don't know the solution, just paste it online. You are going to get what you want. Alright, I think the installation is completed. This is pretty fast. You have our Apache 2, you have unzip, and then wget. I think anyway you can continue, but I think everything is done now. I'm not having an error. Alright, so next thing you have to do is to download this file. But first, let me show you that we have our server already. Web server, systemctl, I think status, Apache 2. Let's see what that brings. System. Oh, sorry. There is syntax error there. Okay, Apache 2. Okay, the service is there, but it's inactive. We are going to enable it. So let's just think so it's not loaded. The service is there. So all I'm going to do is to just start it. Fail to start Apache service. Okay, let's enable it and see what that brings. Fail to execute command just file. Enable. Oh, why am I making such mistakes? My god. Apache 2. Oh god, this is funny, guys. So just some syntax error. Alright, I believe you are learning. Just we type everything in commands, and like I said, it's been a while since I use this ubuntu. Alright, so now let's go to status Apache 2. See the status now, it's active and running. Alright, so can you see service blah blah blah, and it's active. What we have to do now is just let's download our website. So to download, just like I said, if you click on download, you are going to get it. But I don't want you to do that. I want to teach you something like we are going to download within the virtual machine. So just go to inspect. So on the inspect page, just go to network section. Now click on download. You can see you are going to get this. Then click on this zip file. This is what we want. Just copy the full address. Just copy it. Fine. When you're done, now we can go back into our virtual machine. Now there's a directory called temp directory. Let me see if it's here. Oh, this is a temp directory, like temporary, where you put your temporary files. We are going to extract this website into that file. Then from there, we are going to transfer the extract into our web server. Then from there, we can launch the site. So we are going to enable the IP address for that. So those are the things we are going to do. All right. Sorry. TMP. There are some temporary files here. Nothing. Fine. We are going to, since we have wget, we use wget to download. So let me paste the address of the site. If I should hit enter now, it's going to download the content in this address. Can you see? Connected. downloading, blah blah blah. Done. Now let's see. Notice we have the site password strategy downloaded. So the next thing we have to do is to unzip. So now we have the unzip is done. This is the unzip version. Now I'm going to cd into this. I'm going to move into this directory, and then maybe you don't even need to move into it. Just copy from here. Copy everything, including the folders and the content within the folders of this folder. Alright, so it will be, then we want to copy just the content, guys. So to be, this means copy everything in here. This asterisk means enter this folder and everything within it. Asterisk, copy it, then paste it into home directory var www.html/. This is the location of the content of the web server. So whatever you put here will be accessed when someone visits the IP address of this web server. This is a location. This is the location we are right now, and in this folder I want to copy everything. Mind you, maybe before I run this, let's just let's me hit enter. Just follow along, guys. This has been all the content here, which I'm going to, let me just sit into it. Let me sit into it. See? Everything that you see here, you have the index.html, you have the JS, the CSS, the font, images, everything here. I've copied it. This command has copied everything in here and put it into here. So let me show you what that is. So now we are going to sit into that, and then just to show you what's happened. Now I'm there. Can you see? Look at the location, and look at the location here. Where is it? Look at the location here as well. You see they have the same content, and that's the go, because this is the temp directory. Probably after the restart this will go, because temporary files are located here. I put here, so that's why I extracted it there, then copied it onto this permanent location. And also apart from that, apart from it being a permanent location, it is the home page of the web service that we host on this server. So the next thing we have to do is to get the IP address of this virtual machine, and it's one of the first things that we should have done, but never mind, you are going to still learn from it. So we are going to exit. I think we need to get the Vagrant file, because the IP address is located, or even yet you can use ifconfig. There is no any IP address set on this virtual machine at the moment. This one that you see here is it's not working, and we have the loopback address. So we need to set an IP address on this virtual machine. To do that, exit. Alright, now exit from the virtual Vagrant file. Now let's see, we have okay, this is where we are going. We need to modify it, so I'm going to just I hope the editor is available here via editor. Alright, fine. So this is what we are going to be doing. We are going to give it an IP address. So to do that, I think in one of my previous videos, or let me just let me set the 9 numbers. One of my previous videos, I explained how all of this, I explained that in detail. However, if you notice, if you have a little bit of programming knowledge, you will see that there's this hash that you see here, these pound signs are comments. So the private IP has been commented out, likewise the public IP. So at this moment, I'll just disable the comment on this private IP, and then this will be usable. You get that? It will be usable. So I'll copy it, then 133.10. all right, so now we are going to save this file. You can also edit this on your physical machine. Just locate the Vagrant file and then do the edit. Just uncomment the public IP, then we are good to go. All right, now we should go in there and restart the server and then use the IP address to access it. So our server is still up, by the way. Vagrant SSH to get back into it. Mind you guys, you can also do all of this without typing any code, using infrastructure as code, just using a file. This same Vagrant file, you can use it to launch a complete website without you without any human intervention. So all right, should I first system I'll need to restart the service. So I think there should be restart Apache 2. Let's see if it works. Wow, I think it's going to work fine. We started it. Then what we have to do, let's confirm if it is active. Fine, it is active. Now let's launch the IP address on our browser and see if we are going to get this website. So wow, we are getting the wrong IP. Wrong website, and I understand what's happening here. It is because of this is still running. I need to power it off because the IP address is the same, and yeah, that's the main issue. I have another virtual machine that's having the same IP address, so that's why we are having this issue. All right, let's see if we restart, the right one will come up. I think they use the same IP address. So if you see this, the website, I should have changed the IP address anyway, but all right, let me change the IP address. Let's go back. That's this some little troubleshooting skills, because I noticed during some interviews they ask what are the challenges you faced while doing so, and if you don't give them an answer or can't answer such question, they will know that you haven't practiced probably a lot also. So if I'm just doing this on centos machine, then most of these errors I wouldn't have encountered them, and now I should have some answers to such question, like what are the challenges you faced, why. Then I can say little things. Those they are little things. In fact, there are some minor mistakes, however, that I shouldn't have made, but it's still something to talk about. All right, and also something for you to see and learn from. All right, so let's I need to exit totally. Then the Vagrant file, I need to modify it. So this first, I'm going to change this to just change to 20, and at the same time I'm going to uncomment this public network as well. All right, fine. Now let's go back in. All right, we are in. So let's restart the server. All right, D-Day has come. I think we used 20, right? So let's change this to 20. Something is wrong. All right. Server is active. Let me open the Vagrant file from here. I think where is it? Oh, my bad. Sorry. Sorry. After modifying the Vagrant file, you need to reload the Vagrant virtual machine. That's the bad. So exit, then Vagrant, reload. You need to reload the virtual machine after modifying a Vagrant file, because the Vagrant file, you can't modify it while the system is running, because it's kind of a settings that boots with the system. So modifying it while the system is running wouldn't work. So that's why we're having some issues. Like I said, there are a lot of things to learn and I believe next time I'm doing this, all of this will not come up. Mind you too, you are going to like, instead of me just telling you everything and everything is going on like it's working the way we expect it to be, that is not I think that's not the right way to learn. Challenges make you grow. That's it. So I just forgot something funny, you understand? Forgot, and that's one of the reasons of having Vagrant in your system. Instead of you just playing around in a production environment doing stuff like this, no, do it on your system, on your computer system. Then when it is working fine, then you can go ahead and implement they work on a production environment. In a lot of organizations, that's why they have sandbox environment, they have production environment, they have stencil environment, just for scenarios similar to this. So Vagrant up. So I think we are in. So now let's see. Should I have 9? Alright, next system CTL status. Let's see the status. I think on Ubuntu by default this server just comes up, but in RPM based and operating system you need to enable it to come up at the boot just like this. So now let's try it out and see. Hope it works. Wow. Can you see? I just hope I can just go back to all the problems we've encountered and then just highlight them out, and you see mistakes will make you grow, guys. At the end of the day we have been able to do it, and this is a complete Vagrant. This is a complete course, guys. You see, we modify Vagrant file, we set up a website, we install Ubuntu operating system, like stuff like that. You see all the challenges that we encountered before we can get to this stage. That is beautiful, guys. That is beautiful. Now we have our website and it's fully functioning. That's it, guys. And let me go back to just hope that we can just go through all the issues together, but it's just a mere hope. All right, I'll say thank you for sticking around and watching till the end. Thank you, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's learn together and grow together. With that, we have come to the end of this video, guys. Thank you. Stay blessed.